Know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. You know, the curious case of Britt and the season 16 Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion really continues. It's really a mystery to me as to what is actually going on. And if anybody has a clue, I would love to know what your theories are. Please drop them in the comment section down below. Shortly after we ended our live yesterday, Britt came out with a statement. And so we want to touch on that. She posted this on her IG stories. I saw it, but I mean, you know, I wasn't about to hop back on YouTube again. Like for a third video, you know, they don't typically get promoted as well. So I thought to, you know, let's wait and see what happens over the next, you know, few hours or so, right? So here we are. It says, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. Okay, she makes that clear. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5. That photo was not me.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
What? I would almost feel like if the photo was not you, that's even more reason to attend the reunion to clear your good name. That girl ain't me. She's so focused on posting photos and poster boards, but she didn't even get the right person. That's what you should have came with, okay? Now, let's continue. She says, as the episode makes clear, I did not see the photos at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. All right, so there's so much to unpack here. I feel like I wanted to go live with this, but then I was like, you know what? This would be me beating a horse, right? And I don't want to do that. I just want to ask the questions and then get out of here, right? If this wasn't you, right? I mean, is it not, would that devastation now be a source of your renewal? Because now you know that it wasn't you. Even if you do have some photos like that floating around the interwebs, if this wasn't you in the photo, then is there anything to really be upset about? It sounds like somebody took aim at you and missed. So this should make you feel better. Unless there's more that we're missing. She does hint that she cannot say much right now. But I'm clueless. And I think this does not help her case. Okay? It doesn't help her case for the perception of why she would skip the reunion. It just doesn't to me. It further adds to the confusion, to be quite honest with you and frank. So I don't know that this did her any favors per se, but I mean, here we are. Here we are. I would also wager to think that this is a pretty much a one and done situation, right? And I look forward to seeking accountability. Does that mean some type of like lawsuit? Does that mean, I mean, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't think she said anything else outside of taking Real Housewives of Atlanta out of her bio. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. We'll have to watch what happens live. All right. Marlo has some things that she wants to get off her chest. Shout out to the Peach Report for posting this. But she says, I'm speechless with this season. And Kenya with these fake receipts. Don't surprise me. Hashtag blank subpoena, because that was a point of contention last season, was that the subpoena that was made reference to was allegedly blank. Okay. Then it says lies after lies. What do you guys make of this photo? And this photo not being of Brit. For Marlo to come out and say something, I wonder what Marlo knows. I wonder. I have to wonder. Like, does Marlo have some inside scoop that we don't? Or is she just more likely to believe this about Kenya, that Kenya would post the wrong person because she doesn't like Kenya? I mean, that could be it also. I don't know, man. I'm just flabbergasted at the way that this is all playing out. Like, none of this is what I was expecting. This was not on my bingo card. I could not have predicted any of this. All right. And it kind of makes me feel like, dang, what was this season all about? Right? How many missteps has the network taken? Did Brit take? Kenya take? So many missteps. So many missteps. Like, wow. Misstep after misstep after misstep. Yeah, the audience, they suffer the most. So it's just frustrating. It is supremely frustrating. Let's talk about our next story. I saw this yesterday, but we had so much happening with Atlanta, I couldn't even get around to posting it. And I actually am not going to play the clip, because even when I was screen recording the clip yesterday, I was like, oh my God, there's so much music in the background that it would become a copyright issue if I were to play it here. So, Latisha Scott says Love and Marriage Huntsville has not been canceled. All right. So when I was doing one of my lives recently, happened to see somebody ask me in the comments if Love and Marriage Huntsville had been canceled. And I think I might have said, I don't think so. That is not what I have. I've not heard anything about a cancellation. So, it sounds like Latisha was at Black and some ladies came in who watched the show, and they had wanted to know, or they were, saying how sorry they were that the show had been canceled. I would assume that people think that the show has been canceled because Melody, announced her exit. Being one of the faces of the show, I think it's probably easy for fans to assume that maybe the show would be canceled because she's not returning. But Latisha is letting us know that the show is continuing to go on. But the question is, will you guys be watching it? I think I'm gonna watch. It's been a long, like, I feel like with a lot of shows, like, sometimes you just need a break from them, right? And Love and Marriage Huntsville has notoriously been a show where the fan community is very, very active, right? Super, super active. So sometimes it can feel like a lot to deal with when you are recapping the show, and it kind of almost feels like, where is the storyline going to a dark place? Have we as a fan community gone to a dark place? So by the end of the season, I definitely needed a break. So I do feel like it has been long enough that I'm interested to see what happens next with this group and how they function without one of their starting players who started the show with everyone. That's I think that's it's natural to wonder how things will turn out now. It's like watching Atlanta without Nene. You do wonder how it's going to do. Can the girls carry on? The girls and the guys in this situation. So let us know. Will you be watching? Shout out to Reality Entertainment TV for capturing this because, again, like I said, I would play it, but it's got so much music in the background. So there you have it. Now, we have no word on a premiere date. My guess is we're now in June. Maybe we could be getting a July, late July, early August premiere. I really don't know. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens next. I would have thought we would have been back by now, but and a lot of shows are starting in July. Love and Hip Hop starting in July. OC is starting in July, so it wouldn't be surprising if another show popped up in July. So, with that being said, though, that's the tea that we got for you guys this morning. Make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel. Subscribe to it if you haven't already done so. Like this video if you like reality TV related content. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.